My name's Tokyo James. I am a creative director and designer. I have been in the fashion industry for more than 15 years now. I started my journey when I was around 15, 16, creative directing for various brands, magazines and stuff, before I launched my own publication. And I have now ventured into, which all accumulated, or the experiences that I've gotten has accumulated to my long dream and passion to actually being a designer of my own. I'm presently a designer. I'm in my 3rd season, and the brand is going quite well. My light bulb moment for me was, as a creative director, I had the ability to transform the most basic things and make them look luxury. And that was the situation where I knew that, you know what, this was what I was meant to do, because the art that I was creating constantly evoked emotions with audiences out there. And I constantly got feedback from random people that I never met in my entire life, messages, wanting to be part of what I did, or have some form of affiliation or association with me as a person or as a creative. And that gave me the confidence even more to continue doing what I was doing. At the beginning, I never thought that I would be a designer. I admired for it before. I was like, why would anyone want to wear what I want to make? But as I grew in the industry, I'm a strong believer of slow and steady wins the race. And I'm a strong believer of creating your own reality. So forging your own path through life, not trying to look at anyone else, but doing it your way. And as I started to do that, I started to gain more and more confidence in my own abilities as a creative, before I now transitioned into actually designing clothes. So me designing clothes, I sometimes now feel like a superstar, like a rock star, trying to do these things, because I know what the general public are going to react to, because it's not a formula, but it's more of an emotional thing for me. And I know, because I'm quite connected emotionally to my artwork, and I know people are connected also emotionally to what I produce. So when I produce this, I know that there's an audience already for it. So it was that period of time when people started emotionally connecting with what I created, that I knew that, you know what, this could actually be quite profitable. Lessons learned in business. I can't speak for any other industry but for the fashion world. From an early age, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. And when I had mentally conditioned myself to know that it wasn't easy, that's what made it easy. Because I knew nothing good in life comes easy. So because of that, I expected obstacles, I expected hurdles. And if I didn't get them, I felt weird. And I'm like, oh my God, where are my obstacles, or where are these hurdles? So as a young entrepreneur, I would always say, expect the hurdles, expect the obstacles, because you know what, it only makes you stronger. And as the cliche saying goes, what doesn't break you or what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, is actually true. So it's mentally preparing yourself that this journey you're about to take, it's not going to be an easy journey. If you're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you don't have the Dangotes or the Alaki Jazz or the Barack Obamas or the Mark Zuckerbergs type of money, or you've not reached that light bulb moment when you invent something that is going to revolutionize the world. It's a situation whereby having faith in what you are doing would ultimately see you through. So it's a belief in oneself beyond anything, and knowing that, you know what, the journey is not going to be easy, but that's part of the journey. My biggest mistake is I'm too trusting. I give people benefit of the doubt a lot of the time. And it could be a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing in business. Human nature. I found that human beings are not, how would I put it, not what they project out there at all times. So you need to learn how to have that barrier in order to protect yourself, because I always say there's three entities in a business. There is you, the individual, there's the business, who's an entity on its own, then there's the general public. So you need to be able to protect yourself, who is an individual, and also making informed decisions to protect the entity that is your business. My breaking boundary moment, I don't want to sound arrogant. The reason why I don't want to sound arrogant is because all what is happening now is part of the story. It's part of the journey. When you work hard for something, these things will happen. And these things that are happening is a combination of, it didn't start a year ago, it didn't start overnight, it didn't start 10 hours ago. This is like 15, 16 years, and I'm still working. People will see, oh, you're getting recognition now, but I'm like, well, but in my mind, I'm like, what recognition? I'm grateful for people acknowledging the achievements thus far, but my breaking boundary moment would be when there's a Tokyo James store on every country on earth. I'm coming for you, Zara. I am coming for you, watch out. Are we knocking at your door? That is what we are working for. I'm working to not only show the world it can be done, but it can be done by an African, which is quite important to me also, that you know what, fashion is a universal language. It's a language that cuts across religion, sex, sexuality, whatever it may be. It's I always say it is one of the last forms of immortality on this earth. Fashion is a tool that can invoke emotions, social change. It can do so much in the world if only you know how to harness the power of fashion. And yeah, so my breaking boundary moment hasn't come yet. I'm still working to that store in Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Togo, London, America, Australia, New Zealand. And if it means I'm going to be 90 in my crutches, opening that last store, we'll be doing that last store and opening it in that last part of the world. My Tokyoism would be create your own reality. And the reason why I say that is because you know what? No one's gonna give you shit. No one does anything for free without expecting something out of it. That's the world we live in. For young entrepreneurs out there, the quicker you understand that, the better for you. It's like one of the laws of physics. For every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction. Yin and yang. You give, I take, you give. So it's a situation whereby that's a mantra that I live and I stand by. If you want something to happen, make it happen.